Sanibonani guys, welcome back to yet another video. Guys, not Unandi basically telling her oldest daughter that it's either you become deputy president or either out of my house. So this latest episode of Nandi and the Rev, Unandi takes Uliza out to go and get her hair done. And obviously Unandi is fishing for indaba from Uliza because Uliza last week went for a therapy session. Listen guys, we know how it goes down in a typical black household. We normally will not be fully honest with our parents about our feelings, about things like therapy sessions, because we know very well it's going to come back and bite us. I mean, Uliza said the same thing. She said she's not even going to tell her mother everything because she knows exactly what her mother is like. So anyway, Uliza tells her mother that, listen, the therapist was telling me that I don't have boundaries, and really I've realized that, and I need to set boundaries even at the house with my siblings. Unandi goes on to say in her diary session, okay, Miss Boundaries. Even her using that term Miss Boundaries is her mocking Uliza in a type of way. And she goes on to say that Uliza's going to have to start paying her bills. So kahle kahle, Uliza is paying her bills by taking care of her siblings. I don't know if it's just me, but I've realized that it seems like Uliza is afraid of her mother. And I feel like the first person that she needs to set boundaries with is her mother. Because her mother, instead of the mother taking what Uliza's saying as Uliza saying that she just wants to be umntwana, yeah, now Unandi is taking it in a way as ufunuz laula endlini yam. Now Unandi, if you remember on not Pastor One's wife, on Pastor's Wives, she always came off as if Yena, she is this person that doesn't think like olden day people. Hence, yes, she's a pastor's wife, but she can have piercings, she can do photo shoots, nude photo shoots, she can post pictures in her underwear and whatnot. I feel like she wants to act like a liberal person or a person who is forward in their thinking when it suits her. But when you actually notice some patterns, I'm like, maybe Unandi is not noticing that the same things that maybe her parents put her through, she's putting her own children through. Because guys, in the olden days, it was such a common thing. Yes, now some people do it, but it's a frowned upon thing to make your oldest children or your oldest child grow up the other siblings. When we grew up, it was not even a woo-ha. It was a given that, listen, if you are the oldest child, it was not even something that you're going to question. Now, my thing is, if she believes that, listen, you can be a pastor's wife and do all of these things, why can't she apply that type of forward mindset thinking when it comes to other departments like her children? Why can't she adopt the mindset that I give birth to children and I am fully responsible for these children? My oldest daughter does not have to pay her bills, or just because I take care of her doesn't mean she owes me. When it comes to her children, I'm struggling to understand of why she's holding on to such an old-fashioned type of mindset. Yet when it comes to indoda, why doesn't she follow that old mindset? Yoba, ahloniphe indoda, and do the things that are expected of a wife. And listen, I know that whenever Uliza doesn't want to do anything endlini, they're going to use that saying, yokuba hayi kaloku uMiss Boundaries asimiyeke uMiss Boundaries uzivukela ngelakhe ixesha. uMiss Boundaries doesn't want depression worst. Tell your black parents that you've got depression. Listen, you are going to be called more Miss Depression. Hi, kaloku Miss Depression, the whole day and stuff like that. Guys, we need to do better as black people. Hi, as the episode is playing, Urev is so excited. Ekishini, he is cooking for the kids. Guys, the way Urev is so excited, he is even struggling to finish his sentences. He does reveal what he listen. He is getting back into his element. So he has organized a Bible study later. Guys, while he's busy laughing, nabantwana bakhe kishini, Uyadlalwa. Coming to think about it, I can't remember a time where I saw the kids playing with Unandi. It's almost as if they know Mama is strict, she doesn't have time for us, but they forever doing that with Rev. Anyway, while Rev is busy cooking their aibo, Umam Fundisi comes out of the bedroom. Get dressed yake, guys. Listen, she looks so good. So when she comes into the kitchen, Rev is looking at her like to say, and then she's like, hi, this sounds Cooper. Guys, when you ask her, but like, where are you going to? She does not want to reveal the location where she's going through. She just leaves him with the kids like that. Mind you, she's not only leaving Urevna Bantuana. There's an infant on her 2 weeks. Urev must stay with. At the previous week, Urev did the same thing. He left to Nandi with all of the kids and an infant, went to his meeting. After his meeting went on a drinking spree. But the difference is that Unandi unebele, and this child is breastfed. Guys, do you know a child who's breastfed bawusokoliswa? Anyway, Unandi decides that, listen, when Urev is trying to call her to find out, like, Gaibo, what are you doing? She declines the phone call. She doesn't tell him where she's going to. And listen, I get that maybe she just wanted Uksawa Moya or something like that. But in the country that we're living in, guys, you can't be doing that. It's not even that I'm a daughter or controlling us when they want to know our whereabouts at times. I just think it's a responsible thing to do, to share your location and say where you are going. And I feel like she did that on purpose because she wanted him to stress. But guys, there's something about this episode kind of felt like there was a lot that was staged. Now, I do believe Nandi and her family are living chaotic lives, that they're toxic to one another. And quite frankly, I'm angry at the both of them for just continuously putting the children through such a toxic environment. But I don't know, maybe it's a coincidence or what, but I just think it's too much of a coincidence for Urev to be planning a Bible study session. She decides to go out with her friends. She literally stays with her friends who would, like, it didn't even seem like an hour. She comes back right in time when Urev is busy with his Bible study session. Unandi didn't even genuinely seem interested in the friends that she went to go and see. It's almost as if the producers just said, no, go there, so that's the storyline, Tony. But anyway, that's what they do to make TV, you guys. So, Unandi, when she went out to go and see her friends. Now, when Unandi is having a conversation with her one friend, the friend is like, how far are you with your target of 12 children? Guys, I was so shocked. I'm like, Unandi wanted 12 kids. And the only reason, guys, she is not going to get to that 12 is because she feels like, you know what? Umzimba, awusavumi and whatnot. But listen, 7 kids is a lot. And I kind of feel like if circumstances financially were vumaring, she was going to hit that 12 children target. But if I really had an opportunity to sit down with Unandi, I would really like to know what motivated her to have so many kids. Because honestly, I don't think Unandi has inhliziyo for so many kids. Unandi is the type of kids type of people that should just have one child. Because these kids, they seem like they get on her last nerve. Now, Unandi also revealed that, listen, she tattooed a guy's name, recklessly tattooed a guy's name on her arm. So when Uzole left her, she also decided that, you know what, I'm not going to wait for no man. I'm also going to move on. She reveals that both her and the guy decided to tattoo their names on each other's, their names on their arms. And she said she did that as a sign for her that, you know what, I'm not going to go back to Uzole. I keep asking myself, why doesn't Unandi divorce this man if she's so heartful with him? I don't think Una so isibindi to divorce this man. And I think she does kind of know that it's going to be very difficult for another man to marry her with 7 kids that belongs to another man. Because you can see Unandi, she loves umchato. She sees umchato as something that is up there. And listen, good for her. But after this, I just feel like if Unandi has to divorce this man, she just needs to accept ba uzophila impilo yomjolo. Because I don't see her getting married. Which other man is going to want to stress himself like that after seeing that on TV? I wish I could even sit down with that guy, Untsiga, because that's the name that's tattooed on her arm. I wish I could sit down with him and ask him, what happened between you and Unandi? Unandi just wants to turn back one day and keep on blaming Rev that, no, I never left you. You left me. But she's pushing this man to leave her. I even feel like even if they would be divorced, I feel like Unandi would still make Rev's parenting schedule or whatever terms they would have. I feel like she'd still make it extremely difficult. So there's no winning for Urev at this point. But listen, he needs to love and respect himself, because I don't know Urev, but I just kind of feel like he's a different person. I mean, for umfundisi to be throwing around F words and it rolls so easily out of your mouth. Hayini. Now, talking about moving on, Unandi is convinced that Urev also moved on with another mamfundisi. Oh, her husband passed away. I don't know if that would make that woman a mamfundisi. She is convinced that, listen, maybe there's still something going on between Urev and this woman of God. Because Unandi says while she was staying with the children at guest house, this woman shows up out of nowhere, saying that no, she brought her own children to the guest house. I don't know, for extramural activities or whatever the case may be. But Unandi says that this woman just shows up randomly everywhere they are. This woman is just everywhere. Now Urev Megai Kaza, Urev says no. This was a congregant, and when she saw that Unandipa chased me out of the house when I wanted to come back, this woman took me in, and she took me in risking her reputation, and that's the thing that drives Urev up the wall, because this was the woman who really assisted him. Now, Unandi does says that, listen, Uzole did move on and whatnot. There was a time, or that time when they separated, he did move on. But Uzole has never confirmed that. And the thing about Unandi, sometimes, guys, I'm just like, it's like she makes up some of these things in her head. She keeps saying that Uzole is the crazy one. But throughout, since this reality TV show has started, I'm just like, no, baby girl, we see you for the real you. And clearly, I feel like Uzole's stories have added up. The things he said about Unandi, we've seen them for ourselves. But Unandi on her side, hi guys, last scene, Unandi decides to have her parents coming over to the house, and Bapete, I'ma beg you guys, that time she didn't even tell Uzole that when her parents are coming. Apparently, Unandi's father held a knife, or once was chasing Uzole out of the house with a knife. This is when Uzole had left Unandipa and decided to come back again. So my thing is, so this father Naye, he's rocking up to the house, hugging Uzole as if nothing happened. What type of father is he? Because if he was fully convinced that Uzole was the wrong person, why is he hugging Uzole? Because if I was a father and I felt like this man violated my child or left my child like that, the next time I even step my foot in their house, I want to have a conversation with this man. I'm not going to act as if everything is fine. And Unandi and her parents are acting as if everything is fine, or maybe they just didn't want to be awkward or didn't want to start a fight. But listen, you can see that Uzole is not fine with this. Uzole is also not fine with Unandipa's father, because apparently he laid hands on his kids. Guys, There's no boundaries. There is no respect amongst this couple. Like, I don't know. I'd just be like, you know what, guys? It would have been better off them separated. I'm sure even God at this point can come and testify to this, because what is this? Next week's episode, guys, we're going to see Unandi for the real crazy woman that she has appeared to be on our screens. Anyway, let's park it right there, because that's where the episode ends. You tell me your thoughts on this. Please do make sure you like the video. Please do subscribe. It is absolutely for free of charge, and I'll see you guys in the next one.